Today I want to talk about Merry Christmas trademarks. I'm Angela Langlotz, trademark and copyright attorney. I'm going to spend the next 4 minutes discussing this and the failure to function objection. Many times trademark applicants try to register common phrases like Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday as trademarks. Now, sometimes these get through. It's kind of a facts and circumstances kind of test, but I want to flag a common trademark rejection, and that is the failure to function as a trademark. What does that mean? Well, recall that the purpose of trademarks is to allow consumers to identify the source of the goods or services. For example, when I see that Nike swoosh, I don't even have to see the word Nike. I know that that trademark is associated with Nike. I also know that those shoes are not going to fit me because the heel is too wide, so I avoid those and I go for different shoes. But when you look at a trademark, it has to convey to the trademark, to the consumer, that the trademark is associated with a certain source. Now, if you have a common phrase like Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday, that doesn't really tell the consumer anything about the source of the goods or services. In other words, I don't know by looking at that trademark the company that is associated with the Merry Christmas or the Happy Birthday putative trademark. Why? Because we use that all the time, right? We say Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy Birthday to everybody. That doesn't mean that those terms function as a trademark. So it's a matter of consumer perception, because remember, if the consumer doesn't perceive your trademark as a trademark, then it's not really capable of functioning as a trademark. And that's true with both the Merry Christmas and the Happy Birthday. Now, I want to show you something that was recently applied for. I'm going to switch the screen. So this is the Merry Christmas trademark application, and it's for fabric sold as an integral component of finished clothing items, namely shirts, t-shirts, sweaters, hooded sweats, hats, swimwear, tank tops, etc. They have applied for this based on an intent to use it. Why do we know that? Because it's 1B, that means it's an intent to use. If it were 1A, it would be based on their actual use. So these people are kind of fishing, it seems like, for a trademark registration so that they can tie up the term Merry Christmas for fabric that they're making into clothing. I don't think that this is going to work, but we'll have to wait and see. If you'll notice here, if I go back to the list view, you'll notice that there are a number of trademarks already registered. How do we know? Because it says registration number right here, right in this column. Whoops. In this column right here, it says registration number. So there are a number of registrations for Merry Christmas and variants of Merry Christmas. Those trademarks may have been issued before the Trademark Office tightened up examination requirements. They're now getting much stricter about this sort of thing because applicants, especially applicants from China, have been abusing the USPTO system and getting trademarks that actually aren't functioning as trademarks at all. They're just trying to prevent other people from using phrases like Merry Christmas, especially on Amazon platforms for selling goods and services. They're trying to get a trademark to prevent other people from making Merry Christmas clothing, t-shirts, etc. Now remember, that's not the purpose of trademarks. The purpose of a trademark is to identify your goods and services, not to prevent other people from using common words and phrases like Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday on their merchandise. I'm Angela Langlotz. You can find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net. I'm also on YouTube at video.TrademarkDoctor.net/YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.com/TrademarkDoctor. I'm also on TikTok. Just go search Trademark Doctor. Ask me any trademark or copyright law questions by dropping them into the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get all my newest content.